The Rams. The Los Angeles Rams are quietly dealing with a major issue at their quarterback position as Matthew Stafford is not 100% healthy to start the season. Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford did not practice on Monday despite being expected to participate in individual drills upon his return from an aggravated disc in his back. Instead, Stafford was seen in street clothes during practice, walking into a restorative and rejuvenation chamber part next to the Rams practice field. What is the worst case scenario for the Rams this season, and is there anything they can do to avoid it?
I'll tell you what the worst case scenario is. Stetson Bennett, will start game one, and it's looking. It's a really scary thing. I could see him getting that cortisone shot in his back or whatever, and hopefully that helping out. But that's a scary thing. It's just scary when you're dealing with back, especially for a quarterback, because you're using that. Man, and at that age, it's a scary thing, man. And Bennett has been in the system for a while, but this team is as close as they've been in a while to being in back to the Super Bowl. So in saying that, hell, it was one play away from making it this year. So him being out makes all the difference in the world for this team, and that's not a good look for this Rams team. So worst case scenario, we see Stetson Bennett starting, and they fall back to the middle of the pack because they don't have great quarterback play.
Ain't Jimmy Garoppolo their backup, not Stetson Bennett?
Yes, I would think it's Stetson Bennett over Jimmy G right now. I think so.
Jimmy's going to start.
You think Jimmy will start?
Yeah,
I still think they'll give it to Stetson, man. I don't know why. I'm
gonna tell you this right now, so I don't think it's gonna be a difference. But
right.
It may not make much difference. Nick is right, but I think they would give it to Jimmy Garoppolo first.
I think this is one of. There's a lot of headlines that are not being talked about in the NFL. This is one of the biggest ones. Like Shelton said, the Rams in the playoffs gave the Eagles the most fear based on how that last drive went in the snow on the road.
It was snowing.
Yeah. So I think that they were coming into this season thinking all right, we could just run it back. You know what I'm saying? The defense is young. We added another weapon. Sean McVay is still one of the best play callers offensively in the league, one of the best head coaches in the league, period. But this is why I was shocked that Shedeur wasn't picked up in any of those rounds by the Rams, because everybody knows that Stafford and McVay were thinking about leaving, but McVay came back and Stafford is not getting any younger, and defenses are getting younger, quicker, faster. To have a bad back in that division too against the 49ers, the Seahawks, and the Cardinals, I don't know. I don't think this they could be ended up picking the top 5 pick based on how the season will go.
If I'm the Rams, I'm calling my bank and I'm reporting that Stafford payment is fraud. So I ain't got to pay for what he did during the offseason, holding out and expecting that money and them not trading him, and then for this to pop up. If I'm the Rams, I'm offended. This should have been something that was examined by the organization. I don't know if it just happened. I don't know how this came about, but I do agree with you, Nick, in the sentiment that Shedeur Sanders should have been a pick that they would have taken. And to have this talent, to be in this position after what they sacrificed to win that Super Bowl from a roster standpoint, and now to bounce back because Sean McVay is such a brilliant coach, and now this dude is 39 years old, who we thought he couldn't play quarterback and was done, but he convinced us to give him money, and now your back hurt. I would be livid if I was in the Rams front office, and this may be bad. I agree with Nick. This may be we thought we had something. We were a play away from the Super Bowl, we were a play away from the NFC Championship game. And now we're dealing with a 39-year-old quarterback. We signed Devontae Adams. We have this good defense. We have this great head coach. And we thought we had a quarterback who we gave a lot of money to, who was threatening to hold out. And now we got this situation. I would be livid if I was the owner or the GM of the Rams.
Do you think that they could make a move for Kirk Cousins to bring in somebody that is? Want him? Well, I think that he's better than Stetson Bennett and or Jimmy Garoppolo, right? I'm not saying that
Stafford though. Do we know Stafford is out for sure?
It's not. They saying Luke. He regardless, he was able to have a throwing session and he threw 60 times, but they're saying he can't have back-to-back days. and they pushed him beyond the tipping point at this point. So it's not looking good.
No, that's fraud.
And that's not taking any hit. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about NFL football. Quarterbacks are going to get hit. They're going to get hurt. We see the most quarterbacks get hurt in the last 2 years. So it's only about you put them out there. It's only a matter of time. My opinion, if they truly want to be Super Bowl contenders this year, which I think that they could be, I think they have to really look at potentially making a move for a veteran QB that's on these rosters that they know that they're not going to get playing time where they're currently at, and potentially make a move for a year or two.
That's not a bad idea, FIFO. That's not a bad idea at all. Like if I'm gonna go anywhere, even though it is a lateral move, if I'm gonna go anywhere and expect to win, I can't go Shedeur Sanders. Even though, like for the future, that may be great. I would go
but not for this season. Not for this season.
I still wouldn't say it's Kirk Cousins though. We know what Kirk Cousins is. He ain't going to Super Bowl regardless. So I wouldn't say it's him.
Would you do Deshaun Watson?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. Because look, Kirk Cousins has shown more in his last 3 seasons, obviously barring the injury, than Deshaun has his whole time in Cleveland. You say, well, he was healthy. So for me, Shelton, I don't disagree. We all know what Kirk Cousins is, but given the right situation, like with Minnesota before he bounced, did they not win like 13, 14 games? Yeah, like that offense was one of the best offenses in the league with an offensive head coach that is considered now a mastermind amongst the other masterminds in the league. We know what Sean McVay is. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying Kirk Cousins to me is better than the quarterbacks that you have there. Now, the money situation, that's
because Kirk always asks for money. So that's the thing about Kirk.
What the thing is the Falcons are going to have to pay the majority of that.
Yeah, I'm going to say he got his money already.
Well, I was thinking more so. I know this is not anything better per se necessarily than Kirk Cousins, but I mean the Giants got 3 quarterbacks on the roster. You could get Jameis Winston with Sean McVay. I know that's again
that don't fit. Yeah,
I get it. But as far as like what we taking bottoms of the barrel quarterbacks anyway. So
y'all really rate the Rams like that?
Yeah, they're nice.
I rate Sean McVay.
That defense. Sean McVay and then that defense.
Young defense is really good, and Sean McVay is a really good play call.
I think it's fool's gold. I think
you wild.
I think it's
they almost beat y'all.
No, they did. They almost beat us. They almost beat us in the snow when Jalen had
football.
That's football. I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to finish.
They ain't trying to let you. They ain't trying to hear it.
I'm trying to finish because y'all do the same shit when it's other people. So listen, them niggas are okay. Like they're cool. They have a solid young defense. I like what's his name, Verse and whatnot. But he the only one that's on that defense that actually scares me for real. I don't see what y'all see. Y'all going off of Sam Darnold and y'all going off of a snow game where Jalen Hurts was hobbled on one leg. All right, cool. Like, if that's what y'all want to hang your hat on as a Super Bowl contender, y'all do that. I'm not seeing that shit at all. I see them being a solid 10-win team that goes out in the first round. No matter
who can stop them. No matter what. Who do you think? Who got the best chance of stopping them from winning the NFC West? Cardinals, 49ers.
Niners, if Christian is right.
Yeah, Christian McCaffrey's back. If he's healthy, then it's the Niners.
They won 6 games last year?
And Brock Purdy sold mad games, and hopefully you have your cast around him to be.
If y'all had to bet y'all paycheck for the next week, y'all would take the Niners over the Rams.
Yeah, is everybody healthy?
It's a toss up. I wouldn't take the Rams over the Niners with my check either.
That's all I'm saying.
If everybody,
that's all I'm saying.
Are we saying
that's how they are a Super Bowl contender, because their division is so weak and they have such a good coach. And if this quarterback can figure it out and his back don't hurt, they can win that division and go to the Super Bowl.
Is everybody healthy? Because if everybody's healthy, I'm taking the Niners 10 times out of 10. I don't know that. Like the Eagles ran a fucking train on that defense, and then it started snowing, and then people weren't getting off the way that they could. People were slipping. So I'm not hearing that the weather don't affect nothing, and we still won. We still won at home in Philly with the snow, with one leg Jalen, and without us being able. We're not used to playing in snow. We don't really have that many snow games. We don't have that many snow games. So That don't mean nothing because we're not used to having a bunch of snow games. Like you don't account for that. You don't plan for a snow you don't plan for a snow game. And then you're telling me that Sam Darnold is your barometer for like, man, that defense ate up. Like, no, bro. Like they were like Sam Darnold's terrible. I'm not seeing that at all.
You first of all, you are. I get that y'all won the Super Bowl, but don't do that. First of all,
how is that crazy?
And second of all, if we're talking about in that division, don't sleep on the Seahawks because they got that boy number 6 from Alabama. Hey, Shelby, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's your guy.
Sam Darnold ain't doing shit for me. That boy Taylor Milroe, hey, that boy cold right
bro.
there.
All I'm saying,
hey, Nick, let me tell you something, Nick. We'll never hear that name again. Other than you mentioning him on this show, we will never hear that name again. Let me break this news to you, bro. Like he will never be heard from you.
Bro, the Eagles put belt to ass when they were in a dome in LA, and they put belt to ass when it was regular weather in Philadelphia. So I'm not hearing that. And then I don't rate the Vikings like that because we know that they have a good enough defense to win those games with Sam Darnold. So y'all are gassing this like, oh man, Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford and like, no, bro, stop it. Like it's 10 games, and if the Niners are healthy, they're running the train on that division, bro. Like it's over. Fred Warner, all these people that start rating at number 2 and number
if Stafford is healthy, and this ain't true, I say 12 games.
It don't matter if he's healthy. They going out the first round, bro. It don't matter.
Nah,
don't matter.
Nah.
All right. Well, if they have to go with a backup, I saw that they said that the Los Angeles Rams backup quarterback Stetson Bennett had an electrifying 2025 debut in week 1 of the preseason. So I guess since we're hyping up preseason games, I guess that should give him confidence, huh?
He's Stetson.
30 years old.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's definitely overachieving, and he played quarterback at Georgia. The moment's not gonna be too big. I feel more comfortable with him than any of those other guys.
Yeah,
I ain't saying he's gonna win.
You would take him over Garoppolo?
Yes, absolutely. And y'all were right. Yeah, at this point, yes. They ain't the same Jimmy G.
It's just like poison pill or firing squad. Like they don't matter, bro.